Hello, 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 and welcome to the Oasis. My name's Mike, of course, and today is Questmas Eve, everyone. I hope you're all super excited. I'm super excited. I'm finally happy that you guys are going to get your hands on the Oculus Quest 2. I've had it for such a long time. I've been playing with it so much. I think it's a great headset, so I just can't wait for all of you to get hold of it yourself, and you can let me know what you think of it too. Most people that pre-ordered will likely be getting their headsets tomorrow, which of course is the 13th of October, the public release date. And then others will be sort of trickling throughout the week and maybe a little bit later if you're a bit late getting your pre-order in. So today I just wanted to do a live stream. I don't live stream very often, but when I do, you always really sort of support me in the chat. So thank you for everyone that is joining me live right now. I really, really appreciate all the support. And let's say hello to a few people in the chat. So we've got Donald Obama, we've got Zerial, we've got Green Zap. Oh my god, the chat's going so fast. Daniel Ray, we've got Foul Max, we've got Tyler H, Anti. Hello to you all. Thank you all for joining me. I really, really appreciate it. So to give you a little overview of the plan for today's little session, what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be talking about some common questions that I get asked about the Oculus Quest 2. I'm going to be giving you my answers on those questions. I'm going to open it up for you to ask me some questions yourself. And then we're going to do something really interesting. I've never done this before, so if it completely crashes and burns, apologies, but this is the plan. So the plan is that I'm going to post a Zoom link, and then one of you is going to join me using video and voice. So just bear that in mind. We need your video and voice on Zoom. And then we're going to do a quiz. It's a 3-question quiz, super quick, super easy, 3 VR-related questions. And if that person that joins me live gets those 3 questions right, they win an Oculus Quest 2. Nothing else, no strings attached. They win a Quest 2, I'll get their details, and I'll just ship it straight from Amazon to them. If it all works, maybe I'll do 2. But let's see how it rolls with just 1 for now, and we'll do that a little bit later. So hello to everyone in chat joining me now. It's so awesome to see you all, and it's so awesome to see everyone so excited as well, because this is a very exciting time for VR. You know, I was saying only earlier today on Twitter that, you know, having been involved in VR for like, 4 years now, if not a little bit longer, you know, back with the original DK1 days, you know, there was so much hassle involved in getting set up in VR. You know, you needed a PC, you needed to set up sensors, you needed to use an Xbox controller initially to play games like The Climb and Eve Valkyrie. You didn't have motion controllers back then, so the fact that the Quest 2 is coming out, it's completely standalone, it can do 90 Hz, it's got this high-resolution display. All these games, amazing games, are available to play day one out of the box. It's an amazing time for VR, and I'm super, super excited for all these new people to join in on this amazing journey with me. So thank you again for joining me live. So let's get straight into some questions then, I guess. And I suppose the first question I get asked a lot, very popular question I get asked a lot, is will all the apps and games that you bought for Quest 1 be carried over for Quest 2, or you have to buy them all again? Well, basically, all the games are tied to your Oculus or Facebook account. So basically, as soon as you sign in with the Quest 2 with your existing Oculus or Facebook account that you had, you know, with your previous Quest, all the content you had available on your previous Quest will be available on Quest 2 instantly. So you don't need to worry about that. You won't lose anything. However, just one thing to bear in mind is that unless some of the games that you're playing support cloud saves, which there are very few of, like Phantom, Covert Ops, for example, then you will lose your save data. I'm not quite sure if there's a process of carrying that save data over to the new Quest, so just bear that in mind. And then to sort of round this question up, another question I get asked, which kind of tags onto this one, is that say you've just set up your new Oculus Quest 2, you know, your Quest 1 is now redundant, shedding tears in the corner of the room, poor thing, and you think, oh, maybe I can give this to a family member or a friend and we can play online together. Just bear in mind that you can do that, that's absolutely fine, but they will need to completely reset the device and log in with their own unique account to play online with you. You're not going to be able to share your account with them to play online together. That's just not going to work, so just bear that in mind. So that is one most popular question I get asked about the Oculus Quest 2. Thank you for everyone joining in the chat. Thank you for the super chat, Bertaru. Really appreciate it. Got some friends in the house as well, like Gamertag VR and moderator Paradise Decay. So thank you very much for all joining live. I really appreciate all the support. So the next question I was going to answer before I take some questions from the chat is about Bluetooth headphones. This is another really, really popular question I get asked a lot about the Quest 2, and it was kind of one of those things with Quest 1. In the settings, it had like an experimental feature that you could activate Bluetooth, and you could pair a set of headphones, but the latency was just terrible, so you would never use it. And that's sadly the same deal with Oculus Quest 2. As soon as you sort of connect a Bluetooth pair of headphones to the Quest 2, you get around a second or two of latency, which particularly in games like Pistol Whip or Beat Saber, it's just too much to have a decent experience. So yeah, sadly, there's no good solution with Bluetooth headphones right now, but maybe this will be improved with the power of the XR2 chipset in the future. Who knows? But that is the situation right now. David Quintella, thank you very much for the $10 super chat. I'm out of town, but I'll be home on Wednesday, which is also my birthday. I'm hoping to have my Quest 2 will be waiting for me when I get there. Will my VR cover for my Quest 1 work on the Quest 2? Sadly not. Well, firstly, I should say happy birthday, of course, and congrats on your Quest 2. But sadly, no, your original VR cover won't fit on the Quest 2. The facial interface is a completely different shape. And what I can do, actually, I can show you the Quest 2 here on my little product cam. This is the brand new VR cover, by the way, which they sent over, and this is a prototype color. So this isn't publicly available yet, but they might make these sort of different colors in the future. But it's a completely different shape and design. So sadly, your original VR cover won't fit. But the second gen VR cover for Quest 2, in my opinion, is a great accessory. I love this, and I would use it on my headset without question. So yeah, if you're interested in VR covers, I think they're going to be available for sale very soon. So check that out. So I hope that answers your question. Happy birthday again, and appreciate the super chat. Thank you very much. And maybe while we're on the subject of maybe accessories from Quest 1, will they work on Quest 2? Maybe I should answer some other questions, because again, that is a popular question, particularly those, that have invested a lot in accessories for their Quest 1. They want to know if they work on their Quest 2, which is totally legit. So maybe we should start with some stuff that does work, which you'll be really happy about. And I'll just show you here on camera instead of going to the other product cam, which I'll use a little bit later on. But you might be able to see in here, I've got prescription lens inserts. This is particularly useful if you wear glasses in VR. I've got a very mild prescription that I use for just driving or going to the cinema, and I find that this just sharpens everything up a little bit in the headset. So what I would say is you could use these, and they're gonna fit in the Quest 2 absolutely fine from the Quest 1. So they're exactly the same shape lenses, so same lenses as Quest 1 and Rift S. So any prescription lens inserts you bought for those headsets will fit perfectly in the Quest 2. So that is really good. I was particularly happy about that because I didn't want to order some new ones. Got a super chat. What about PC and Steam compatibility? Is it able to be wirelessly connected? Getting one in 8 days for my 21st birthday, so yeah, I want to know. And that was from COD, BO2RGM2. Thank you very much for the super chat. Basically, to answer the question, you can connect it to a Steam PC wirelessly using Virtual Desktop. You have to buy Virtual Desktop and then sideload the VR patch. I covered this on a video maybe last week, and I'm also going to be doing a sideloading guide for Quest 2 users that will be coming later on this week. So if you're interested in sideloading, particularly around VR streaming PC to Quest 2 wirelessly, then you can do that. Just follow the guide and you'll be set up with that, no problem. But just bear in mind you will need a 5 GHz Wi-Fi connection or even Wi-Fi 6 if you happen to have a Wi-Fi 6 router. So I hope that answered the question. Happy birthday, 21st birthday. Awesome age. Legally drink. Amazing. Next question. Mammoth grips. Let's talk about mammoth grips, because that's a question I get asked about the Quest 2 as well, and maybe I will move over to the product cam in this one, and I'll move my mic over as well. So let's jump over here, and I'll move my mic along with me. Okay, here we go. So, mammoth grips. Where did I put them? Okay, so here is the mammoth grip for the original Quest, and it just kind of like slides in, and it's a nice little grip. Had like a string that tied around the top there, and especially with the original grips, kind of controllers kept everything in place. They're a nice little accessory. I use them all the time. They do fit with the Quest 2 controllers, although they're a little bit chunkier, a little bit thicker than the original Quest controllers, but I think they fit and they feel a lot nicer personally. Also, the battery life is absolutely incredible. I don't know what wizardry they pulled off with these controllers, but my controller battery is still on like 80%, and I've been using this almost for a month now, which is pretty amazing. Let me just pop the string off and I can show you what it fits like in the Mehmet grip. So yeah, these are the original Mehmet grips, I should say, as well, not the V2 versions, and I believe from speaking to Mehmet they're going to be bringing these ones back in stock. And as you can see, they don't fit perfectly, but they fit sort of well enough, and then you can just tie the string around the top to keep them in place, and use the little toggle at the bottom, and then wrap that around your hand like so. So that will be basically what it looks like. And yeah, so if you've got particularly large hands, you'll be happy to know that the Mehmet grips work okay. So yeah, that answers that question. Mehmet grips do work. So far we've got yes for prescription lenses, yes for Mehmet grips, no for VR cover. You'll have to buy the new ones. Another question I get asked a lot is about the Vive Deluxe audio strap. You know, those of you out there that bought the Vive Deluxe audio strap for the Quest 1 and did the Franken Quest mod, that will work very, very soon. I'm actually in the process of being sent some adapters to fit the Vive Deluxe audio strap to my Quest 2. So as soon as that arrives here, I'll post some pictures on my social media, and maybe I'll cover it in a video when I do like a video roundup of all the different accessories. So we've got some more super chats, so I just want to say thank you to everyone that's donating money. You obviously don't have to do this, by the way. I do appreciate you doing this, but you don't have to do this at all. I'll be answering plenty of questions very shortly. But Turd Gainer on Roblox, can I pair my Xbox controller with the Quest 2? You can, although I don't know why you would at this point. There isn't any games that really support Xbox controllers as far as I'm aware at the moment. You used to be able to do this with the Oculus Go as well, and it was always great to play games like Blaze Rush, but there's not many games that use an Xbox controller nowadays. Can you play games with people that are using the Quest 1 if you have Quest 2? You can, but you can't share the same account, so they'll need their own separate account, Spark622. Will multiple profiles be available for Quest 2? That was a super chat as well. Multiple profiles isn't enabled just yet, but will be a feature that is coming in the future, so we're just going to have to wait a little bit longer for that. But, you know, with people logging in with multiple Facebook accounts, I think that's going to be really great if you've got like multiple family members that want to use the same headset. So it's not a feature that's available right now, but will be a feature in the future. Insomnia Doodles, any idea if the optional Beat Saber controller add-ons will work with the new controllers? Just like the Mehmet grips, they will fit roughly. Same with ProTube, they kind of fit roughly, just not perfectly, so just bear that in mind. Draken Stark, have you tried using Vive lighthouses and trackers with the Oculus Quest 2 tied to a PC? No, I haven't, and I don't really know why you'd want to be honest. You know, the controllers work absolutely fine. You can obviously use them connected to SteamVR using Oculus Link or a virtual desktop. So I wouldn't say there's really any benefit. You can obviously do it if you wanted to. There are guides out there. I know there were guides out there doing it with Quest 1. There was guides doing it out there with Rift S. But to be honest, the setup and the hassle involved in doing it isn't going to be a particularly great experience. Another question from Bradley Martin. I'm upgrading from the OG Rift. How much of an upgrade would you say the Quest 2 is? From the original Rift, I would say it's a good upgrade because you're getting rid of sensors completely. It's got a really nice high-resolution display. You know, everything's inside-out tracked. The headset's comfortable. You know, the CV1 had amazing audio. So that's a bit of a downgrade, I would say. But the controllers are practically identical, which is great. So yeah, I would say as an upgrade from Rift 1, CV1, it's a really nice upgrade. If I were to get the Oculus Quest, should I get the Elite straps from HBomb22? Yeah, absolutely, 100%. I think, you know, the Elite strap is like a must-have accessory, in my opinion. You know, I as soon as I had access to the Elite strap, I took the material one off, and I will never put it back on unless I really have to, and this happens to break some way. I love the Elite strap. For $50 or £50, it's absolutely worth its weight in gold, because being comfortable in VR is so important to me, especially as someone that spends such a long time in a headset. So yeah, I would say the Elite strap is definitely worth it. The Elite battery strap, not quite sure yet. I still don't have one at this point, so I don't really know. It's the same design, but just has a battery in the back, so we'll likely have a bit of a counterweight and also add an additional couple of hours to your playtime on top of the original 2 hours built into the headset. So yeah, as soon as that arrives, of course, again, I'll post on social media and let you know my thoughts on that. Oculus earbuds. This is one thing that a lot of people bought the original Oculus earbuds for the Quest 1. Sadly, they're not going to be compatible with Quest 2 because the Quest 2 only has one 3.5mm audio jack output. So just bear that in mind. You're better off just using a pair of headphones. And personally, I use the SteelSeries Arctis 3 headphones, which I'll show you now on the little product cam. Let me move this over. So yeah, let's clear this up a little bit. This is a right mess already. Haven't even started yet. Sorry. So these are the SteelSeries Arctis 3 Bluetooth edition headphones. These are a great pair of headphones. They fit over the Elite strap. They fit over the Material strap. They're very comfortable. And the unique thing about these headphones, you don't have to buy the Bluetooth edition, but I should point this out because it is a unique feature of these headphones, is that these can accept a 3.5mm audio in from the Quest. And I've bought this little tiny 30cm cable. This is, I can't remember, from StarTech, I believe. And it has a right angle connector going into the Quest, so it's a really short, nice little cable, so it doesn't get in your way. I'll try and post links maybe after this live stream has gone up as like a VOD, and I'll post links to some of these products in the description so you can buy these afterwards if you want. But the other unique thing about these headphones is that they, alongside the 3.5mm audio input, they also accept a Bluetooth input as well. So, you know, if you have a PC, for example, you could have Discord being Bluetooth wirelessly to your headset whilst listening to the Quest audio all at once. And that's quite a unique feature for the Bluetooth edition SteelSeries 3 headphones. So if you're interested in that feature, maybe go and check it out. It's a very rare feature that not many headphones have. Maybe while I'm here, and I've kind of got everything in place, I want to show you something that I kind of found out today, and it was almost by mistake, to be honest, because I wanted to bring out a bunch of these accessories and talk about them. And I dug out the original carry case, so let me grab that quickly. So yeah, if you bought the original carry case, you'll recognize this. It's a lovely little carry case, and came, you know, you could buy this as an accessory for Quest 1. And there was a lot of confusion. A lot of people were asking, like, can you fit the Quest 2 in this? And everyone was like, no, you can't, no, you can't. I don't know why I didn't check this myself out sooner, but just miraculously, just by messing around with it, I realized that if you put the headset in upside down, like this, it actually fits weirdly in there pretty well. And then you can get the controllers in at the same time. They don't fit perfectly into the sort of controller grooves like the original ones did, as they're a little bit thicker, but you can get them in there, slot them into the grooves, and then I would say, you know, if once you've got them in place, just chuck a little like lens cover protector in there, or a thick cloth or something, just to protect your lenses in case they come loose and start rattling about. And then, you know, you've got a nice, you can use your original Quest case with the Quest 2, and, you know, it's not bulging or anything like that. It fits pretty nicely, actually. So, you know, I thought that's quite a nice little tip there that I've not really seen anyone talk about. So, yeah, you can use the original Quest 1 travel case. You just need to put the headset in upside down. Who knew it would be so simple, eh? Right, let's go back to my normal face cam and chat to you guys. So hopefully that clears up some things, some questions you were interested in. And let's take some more questions from the chat. Talking about lighthouse tracking, you're thinking about full body tracking? Yeah, I guess so. I think you probably could. It would be a lot of effort. That's all I'm going to say. Don't expect this setup process to be easy or seamless. It's going to get quite complicated. And I think if your real motivation is like full body tracking, I think you're better off with a PC VR headset like the Vive. You know, you can pick them up cheap if that's your plan, particularly for VR chat. Get a Vive or a Vive Pro, or maybe even an Index. Because by the time you've bought a Quest 2, you've bought the trackers, base stations, controllers, you're going to be talking about a similar sort of price as a Vive or a Valve Index. So really, that would be my recommendation for you there, mate. Let's see some more questions from the chat. What about size of Quest 2? Okay, so this is a good question. So you know that the Quest 2 comes in two sizes, right? Comes in 64 gigabytes, 256 gigabytes in terms of storage. And personally, you know, from my recommendation, I said that 64 gigabytes is plenty of space, and I still stand by that, really. I still think it's plenty of space. We found out recently that The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners, including the Trials update, is going to be about 12 gigabytes in total. But to be honest, you know, I still think 64 gigabytes plenty. You're not going to have all these games installed on your headset at the same time. You know, you're going to be deleting games once you finish them or got a bit bored of them. So personally, I still think that 64 gigabytes plenty for most people. But, you know, if you're super, super hardcore and you're adamant you're going to install every game on the store and you want to install all your movies to watch on the go, then, yeah, go for the 256 gigabyte model. But personally, you know, I've used the Quest 1 with 64 gigabytes since it came out. And, you know, they sent over the Quest 2 with 64 gigabytes, and to be honest, it's plenty for me. Okay, so Dippy Ned, the best boy, A-up Rift S user. Would the Quest 2 be a considerable upgrade? My main concerns are comfort, not a fan of Halo straps, and field of view. It's a really, really good question, and again, it's a question I get asked a lot, and there's many factors involved in this, okay? So firstly, I would say, in my experience, the Quest 2 offers a slightly wider field of view. Now, that is due to some variables that are unique to me, in that I use a VR cover that's got a thin face pad, although, you know, the Quest 2 lenses are considerably closer than they would be in the original Quest and Rift S. So you do benefit just from the fact that the lenses are a little bit closer, you get a slightly wider field of view. However, this is affected by your IPD adjustment. Now, I sit at setting 2 because my IPD is around 61mm, but if your IPD is around sort of 70mm, 72mm, and you're going to be wanting to put it on setting 3, then you're going to be seeing some black edges in your field of view, and that's just the way that the headset is designed. You can't get around it, so you lose some field of view in that sense. So if you've got a lower IPD, you'll benefit from the higher from more field of view. If you've got a higher IPD, you'll probably lose some field of view, so just bear that in mind. In terms of like the way the content looks in the headset, I would say right now it's on par with the Rift S, because, you know, Oculus Link hasn't been optimized yet. It's still in beta right now, so it's still locked to the original Quest resolution and 72 Hz. Obviously, Rift S was 80 Hz, but when Link comes out of beta, it's going to be pushed to 90 Hz, and it will take full advantage of the high resolution of the Quest 2. And in that case, I think it will be a slight upgrade from Rift S, although it will be slight, just bear that in mind. So I would say, wait, and one other thing I should mention is that you also have the ability to stream wirelessly using Virtual Desktop, which I've shown in a video previously, you know, over the last couple of weeks, and that works at 90 Hz with the upgraded resolution, and that is an amazing experience. Just being wireless alone, I would say personally, is an upgrade from the Rift S, but this won't appeal to some people, so just bear that in mind. So yeah, that's my sort of answer on that. But I really think that, you know, if you're a dedicated hardcore PC VR player, you've never really been interested in standalone, or you're not that interested in standalone, then maybe the Quest 2 isn't the upgrade path for you. And maybe I would suggest maybe getting, you know, the HP Reverb G2, you know, that's looking like a nice headset, really high resolution, but the controllers look like they're going to be sucky because of the low battery life. Or maybe just go even further and go for the Valve Index. But again, you know, in terms of content, the innovation isn't happening on the PC side as much as the standalone side. So it's a real tricky question, and there's many factors involved. So hopefully I've kind of explained some of those factors to give you a good idea if this is a good upgrade path for you if you've got a Rift S. Right. Let's answer some more questions from the chat. When will 90 Hz be available? We don't know yet. I've tried it with Virtual Desktop and it's great, but yeah, we don't know when officially that update is going to roll out from Oculus. They haven't really told us yet, and I'd imagine it will coincide with probably you know, Oculus Link coming out of beta. So yeah, that's what I would say about that. Next question I get, that's a very common question that I should probably answer, is can you sideload apps and games on Quest 2 using SideQuest? And I would say absolutely yes, it works. It works just like it does with Quest 1. There's no difference in terms of the process right now. I'm in the process of making a new sideloading guide using SideQuest because my guide was about a year old. So there will be an updated side-loading guide on the channel maybe Thursday or Friday this week. So if you get your Quest 2 this week and you're interested in side-loading, I'll have you covered with that guide by the end of the week. So yeah, it just works. Although, just bear in mind that, Oculus are going to be changing the side-loading process early next year, 2021, where they're going to be taking control of the content. They're going to be hosting the content instead of it being hosted by SideQuest, which means there might be some curation involved in even the side-loaded content, which means that we might lose access to some of our favorite apps and games, although that's just my guess. We don't know that's definitely going to happen yet, but, we'll see. So stay tuned for that. Obviously, I'll keep you all updated when that new update drops and talk all about the issues there. So we've got a question from Kane Haywood. I'm visually impaired, joining the VR community tomorrow with the Quest 2. Do you have any tips or tricks for me? It's a great question, Kane. Depending on the severity of your visual impairment, I would say that if you happen to wear glasses, it's not going to be too much of a problem. There is a lens spacer in the box. I can show you that. So you do get a lens spacer in the box with the Quest 2 to give you that extra little bit of room to accommodate your glasses. So that's not a problem. Although just be wary that, wearing glasses in VR, especially so close to the lenses, if they start to rub, you do run the risk of scratching both the lenses of your Quest and your glasses, so just bear that in mind. My personal sort of solution for that is using the Widmo VR lens inserts, which I showed earlier on. They're the same ones for Quest, Rift S, and Quest 2, so if you want to order a set in advance, you can do it through the Widmo VR website, and I'd highly recommend them. They're kind of like little 3D printed adapters with lenses that just like clip onto the lenses, and they're pretty sturdy in place and they won't come off or move around or anything like that. So that's kind of my recommendation. So hopefully that answers the question for you there. Is the Quest 2 strap comfortable enough? Again, it's a very subjective question. For me personally, I would say I didn't like the material strap, and I can grab it for you now to show you it. This is the material strap that comes with the Quest 2 as standard. You kind of adjust it by pulling these little toggles at the back to tighten it up over the back of your head. It's a very sort of elasticy material. It's going to get grubby very, very quickly. Don't know if you can really see that on camera, but, the edges are going to pick up dirt and grime very easily because it's kind of like a white material. But personally, in my original, review or first impressions of the Quest 2, this was the biggest problem for me. I didn't really have an issue with anything else. It was this that was the problem, and it was the comfort. So, as soon as I could rip it off and use the Elite strap, then that's exactly what I did, and personally I wouldn't go back. And for me, I think it's worth its weight in gold in terms of the comfort it provides using the Elite strap. What about hand tracking? Hand tracking on Quest 2 is awesome. It's pretty great. It's really, really smooth. Everything about the Quest 2 compared to Quest 1 is very smooth. If you've already had a Quest 1 and you're getting a Quest 2 tomorrow or later on this week, you'll just notice how snappier everything is. When you turn the headsets on, it's like it's booted up instantly. If you did it side by side, I should do a side by side video. If you keep an eye on my social media tomorrow, I'll do a side by side video of me turning both headsets on at the same time, and you'll see exactly what I mean in terms of how quick it is. But everything just feels smoother, so that comes down to applications booting, using hand tracking. It all just feels smoother with the Quest 2, because as we know, it's using the XR2 chipset from Qualcomm, which is roughly twice as powerful as the old 835 Snapdragon processor, and also has additional 2 GB of memory, so it definitely benefits from that, put it that way. Another question I get asked a lot is, will there be games exclusive to Quest 2 that can't be played on Quest 1? And again, I think it's a really great question, and it would be, it's a question that I get a lot about people that are concerned, you know, that are sticking with the Quest 1. And just for the record, you know, the Quest 1 is still an amazing headset, by the way. You know, it's not obsolete because of the Quest 2. If you bought a Quest 1 recently, like in the last 6 months, not knowing that a new headset is coming, you're still going to have an amazing VR experience with that headset, because both the Quest 1 and Quest 2 are going to share the same library of content for some time. You know, you're still going to be able to play Walking Dead Saints and Sinners, which comes out tomorrow. You're still going to be able to play Population 1, which comes out on the 22nd. Both amazing games, by the way. So yeah, you know, you're going to have the same pool of content to play from. So, you know, although the Quest 2 does have its benefits, and there are a lot of games that are currently being optimized for Quest 2, like, you know, Superhot just got an update to take advantage of, you know, the 90 hertz and you know, the headroom that it's got in terms of performance, you're still going to have access to the same content. I think it's going to be a real... it's going to be a while until we see some exclusive content that's only available on Quest 2 that you can't play on Quest 1, because I don't think that Oculus want to fragment their user base just yet. It probably will happen later on down the road, maybe with Infinite Office, maybe that'll only be a feature available on Quest 2, but for now, both headsets will share the same pool of content. Question from Drifty: does the Quest 2 have a microphone? Yes, it does. It has microphones built into the bottom of the headset, and from my testing in social VR applications, they work very, very well. Audio is pretty clear, yeah, and you don't get the same sort of bleed over effect that you got on the original Quest, so yeah, the microphones are pretty great. Just bear in mind, though, if you're planning on recording content, you know, you want to become a Quest 2 content creator, which, you know, you totally should, because there's a lot of hype around this headset, and if you want to make a channel right now is the time to do it, because a lot of people want information and videos, and not everyone, you know, people like me, I can't answer all the questions, so there's got to be channels out there that cover a whole wide spectrum of questions. But yeah, you won't be able to use the built-in microphone of the Quest to record your gameplay commentary if you're doing a playthrough of a game, so you'll need to handle that externally, so just bear that in mind. Thank you, Gen 1 Gaming. Appreciate the super chat. Thank you very, very much. Let's see. Does the Quest 2 play 8K VR videos? From Miko. Great question. Yes, it does. In a way. Basically, this week, I don't know if you saw it this week, but on Oculus TV right now, there is a new series called Micro Monsters. It's narrated by David Attenborough. Absolute legend, and it's all about little creepy crawlies, basically. And yeah, they film them up close in VR 180 3D, and if you're using Quest 2, you can stream or view at least the 8K version of that, whereas if you're on Quest 1, you're limited to 5K. To be honest, you know, I would probably say that it would be difficult to tell the difference between the two streams. If you had them side by side, you might be able to tell the difference, but, you know, if you're taking the headset on and off, you probably wouldn't notice. But yeah, you can stream 8K content, 3D VR 180 content to Quest 2, and yeah, it looks pretty great. So if you've got a Quest 1 and you're waiting for your Quest 2, go and check out Micro Monsters, which is available for free on Oculus TV. They're like 5 episodes, about 5-6 minutes each, all showing different creepy crawlies. If you don't like creepy crawlies or bugs, maybe don't give it a miss. It certainly will make you itch afterwards. But it's a pretty awesome experience, and narrated by David Attenborough, so go check that out. Question from Simon Guin. What about using battery packs with the Quest 2? Yeah, you can use battery packs. In fact, when I played Population 1, and I did the video on the channel last week, the play session was about 2 or 3 hours, I think, and to make sure I didn't run out of juice, I used a small Anker battery with the original Quest power cable connected to it, so it was kind of like topping the headset up as I was playing, and that worked absolutely fine. So yeah, you can use battery packs. It will just be the same as using the Elite battery strap, but you just use an external battery instead. I do have the VR Power battery pack from Rebuff Reality. I'll just grab that quickly. This was a really neat accessory for the Quest 1. It was kind of like a battery pack that went over the back of the head strap of the Quest 1 and also acted as a bit of a counterweight, so it was kind of like solving two problems with one little solution, and it was really nice. But yeah, this does fit on the material strap, although I would say it's probably going to be quite uncomfortable. but it doesn't really fit on the Elite strap, so it's a bit of a shame because I thought it was a nice accessory. So yeah, if you've got the VR power, you might be able to fit it on the Elite strap if you get a bit creative and maybe take a like a hobby knife to the strap and sort of use some zip ties maybe and like connect it to the back somehow like this. But yeah, it's not really designed to fit over this strap by default, so just bear that in mind. Let's see. Nova Gaming, will my AirPods work? So just like I said earlier on, Bluetooth headphones won't work very well because of the latency involved right now, but maybe it'll be upgraded in the future with the power of the XR2 chipset. Any idea when the Elite battery strap will be released, please? From Glenn Gaming. Yeah, I'm waiting on the Elite battery strap as well. I ordered one and Oculus kindly said that they would send one out, but it still hasn't arrived yet. And I've got a feeling that they're in short supply because looking at the pre-orders, that was one of the main products that kind of pushed back the shipping date very quickly. So yeah, I think they're kind of hard to come by. From all the pictures that I've seen of like stock being delivered to Best Buys and stuff like that, I've not seen any pictures of the Elite strap. And just bear in mind that obviously the Elite battery strap doesn't come on its own. You have to buy it as a bundle with the travel case, which is like $130, I think, 120 pounds, British pounds. So yeah, you only can buy it that way right now, which is a little bit cheeky, but yeah, the only people that I've seen that have them right now is like Upload VR, who did like a review on their website. Okay, let's see if we've got any other interesting questions that I haven't answered already. Oh, maybe I should answer this question. This is a popular question. Do I need a Facebook account? And do you get notifications, Facebook notifications in the headset? And do I need to use a Facebook account if I just want to connect it to Steam VR and not use the standalone functionality? Really great questions. So the simple answer is yes, you do need a Facebook account. You need a Facebook account to set up the headset. So you can't even use the thing until you've signed in with a Facebook account. It's part of the setup process. And if you go and check out my setup guide video, you'll see that I talk about that in the setup process. You need to have that Facebook account connected. You don't get Facebook notifications in the headset, thankfully. I really hope that that's not a case in the future that ever happens. So you don't have to worry about that. And yeah, to answer the final question, even if you want to use the headset connected to Steam VR wirelessly using Virtual Desktop or using Oculus Link, you'll still need a Facebook account to use the headset. And I should also mention that I wouldn't recommend setting up a fake account because if it's found out to be fake by Facebook and they shut down your account, you're going to lose access to your content and it's going to cause you some headaches with Oculus support to try and get that fixed. So just bear that in mind. Okay, so that is some of the most popular questions I think I've answered. So maybe I'll take a couple more from the chat and then we can jump into the quiz if some of you are interested in joining me. So actually what I'll do, I shall set that up very briefly now in the background, because what I'm going to do is, for those that kind of missed the beginning of the show, I'm going to be doing a quiz whereby I'm going to be asking people to join me on Zoom live via video and voice. So just bear in mind, you're going to have to have your video on, you're going to have your voice on. Join me on Zoom. If you're happy to do that, then you can join me and we'll chat live very briefly. You can talk about how excited you are, or maybe, if you pre-ordered a Quest 2, and then we'll jump into a quiz. And the quiz is basically just something that I come up with myself. We're not affiliated with YouTube or Oculus or anything like that. This is just something I want to do to say thank you to the community for supporting me and the channel over the last few weeks. And I'm going to be asking you 3 questions. So if you end up on the call, I'll ask you 3 questions about VR. If you get all 3 questions right, you win a Quest 2. It's as simple as that. I'll be buying it out of my own pocket and I'll be sending it to you directly through Amazon, wherever you live in the world. So if you want to join that quiz, then what I'll do is I'll post the link in the chat now, and then you can start sort of queuing up in the lobby, and then I can accept some people shortly. So yeah, that's the plan. around that. So it's going to be a little quiz. I'm going to be hosting it. All these headsets, or if I give away more than one, this comes straight out of my pocket, and I just want to say thank you to the community for supporting me in the channel over the past few weeks. Oh my god, we have got so many people join me already. So just bear in mind, everyone that's joining the Zoom call, you will need to join with your video and audio. So if you don't join with video and audio, I will have to kick you out because, you know, that's whole part of the process. And then I'll ask you 3 questions. If you get them right, then you win a Quest 2. Simple as that. But in the meantime, whilst people join in the Zoom call, and I'll ask my moderator PD to share that Zoom link in the chat, so you know people can start trickling in, and I can invite them shortly. So let's see what we've got in terms of questions. You're going to get some trolls dialing in. If any trolls dial in, then they're going to get kicked out straight away, and they're not going to get to the opportunity to win a quest. So let's keep it civil, let's keep it nice, no swearing on stream, and let's just have some fun. Should I buy the Elite Strap or Link Cable? Can't afford both. That's from Trilo. Personally, I would say the Elite Strap is probably the one to go for. You know, comfort is way more important in my opinion. So yeah, that's my sort of suggestion with that. Plus, you know, you could buy a cheaper third-party link cable, although like I've said in the past, you never know. Oculus might push an update that only takes advantage of the full bandwidth of the official cable, so yeah, maybe that's the case. Yeah, we've got tons of people joining on the Zoom, so let's see. Wow. So yeah, there is 99 people. There is 99 people waiting to join this Zoom call. This is absolutely insane. I've never seen anything like this in my life. So everyone who's in the Zoom call, please, please, please bear in mind you need to video and audio to join the quiz. It'll be 3 simple questions. If you don't have audio and video, I'm sorry, we won't be able to accept you on the show. So just bear that in mind. So I'll take one more question, and then we'll invite someone from the Zoom to join us live for the quiz. Okay. How good does internet have to be for virtual desktop in megabits per second? Okay, so virtual desktop. You need a 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi connection. You can use a Wi-Fi 6 internet connection if you happen to have a Wi-Fi 6 router, although they're pretty rare and they're pretty new, to be honest. It's not a requirement for a smooth experience, but, you know, if you've got one, then great, especially if you have multiple people in your household that are using wireless devices all at the same time. That would definitely help you out. But as long as you've got a solid 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi connection and you're not too far from your router, you'll have a pretty good wireless experience using virtual desktop. You can push it up to 100 megabits per second using the Quest 2, although it probably won't ever reach that cap. And the higher you push the megabits per second in the virtual desktop software, the more latency you'll have. So, you know, keeping it around 80 is my sort of suggestion. 80 megabits per second is plenty. And then you hopefully should get a latency of like between 20 and at worst 30 milliseconds of latency. So that's kind of my experience with that so far. So hope that answers the question. Yeah, the Zoom is full. Apologies. I didn't realize that there is a capacity of the Zoom call. Okay. Let's see. What is the meeting passcode? Okay, so the meeting passcode is... So if you're in the Zoom call and you want the meeting passcode... I think... No, actually, I just admit you. I don't think you need the passcode. So let me just try. Let's see. Any other questions? One more question before we go to the... Do I need a big space to play this? Okay, so the Quest 2 is a room scale VR headset. So the more space you have, the more space you can freely move around your environment, and it'll track your movement one-to-one, which is great. But if you don't have a huge space, you know, just make a little area, clear it out of objects, you know, you can still enjoy VR content, even in a small play space. For those that follow the channel and were original sort of subscribers of the channel, you'll know that I had a super small space at the beginning, and yeah, you know, I was able to still enjoy VR from that. So yeah. Okay, right, let's go and try and invite someone. So here we go. I'm going to invite the first person. and let's see if this works. I've never tried this before in my life, so if this spectacularly fails, apologies. So here we go. I've invited the first person. Let's see if they join. Let's see. Okay, that one didn't work. Let's try another one. This is like suspenseful. I've never done anything like this before in my life. So let's see if this works. Oh, here we go. 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 Hey, dude. Hey, dude. Hey, dude. Hey, dude. Right, let me put you on camera for a second. Okay. Right, let's go and try and invite. So you're gonna have to mute the stream so it doesn't sort of double up. But you can hear me all right, yeah?
Yeah.
So what's your name? What's your name, dude?
Tyler.
Tyler. So welcome to the stream, Tyler. Everyone in the chat, say hello to Tyler. He might win an Oculus Quest 2. Maybe not.
So I was praying in the background.
Well, it's awesome to have you on the show. This is the first time I've ever done anything like this. So, this is pretty unique to me. So, Tyler, this is the deal, right? You can win an Oculus Quest 2. Very simply, this is coming from my own pocket. I will buy it. I will send it directly to you wherever you are in the world. All you got to do is answer 3 questions about the Quest 2, and you've got to answer them all 3 correctly, okay? So this is going to test your VR knowledge, all right? So you ready for this? You ready for the first question?
I have a question. Am I allowed to help him?
Yeah, you can help him. You can help him. Because you're there together, you can help him. But just be aware there is a delay in the chat, so you can't cheat by looking at the chat. There's a 30-second delay, so I'm only going to give you 20 seconds to answer the question, and then we're going to move on. Okay? So you ready for it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. First question. What are the 2 storage sizes for the Oculus Quest 2?
I think I know.
There's 2 storage sizes. Go for it.
64 and
200.
I'm just gonna go 200. Wait. 220.
260. Wait, no.
Come on, I gotta press you.
256.
Okay. Nice work, guys. Nice work. First question is in the bag. Got 2 more to answer, okay? You ready? Well done, by the way. Okay. Question number 2. What is the name of the original founder of Oculus? What is the name of the man, the original founder? He's a Californian guy. Wears Hawaiian t-shirts a lot.
I saw this somewhere. I forgot. Oh.
You can't cheat by looking it up. You don't know this one?
No.
Yeah, I really don't know this one.
Sorry.
Oh, guys. This is heartbreaking. This is heartbreaking. You sure you don't know?
Yesterday.
Okay. Well, okay. Sorry about that, dudes. But it was awesome of you to enter. I really, really appreciate it. So thank you very much for entering and being part of the show. But yeah, continue watching the stream and I'll maybe invite some other people. But thank you very much, dudes. It was great to see you. Great to meet you. Take it easy, guys. Okay. So that is the first entrant of the quiz. Sadly, Tyler there couldn't get the second question correct. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through it again, but I'm going to mix the questions up this time. So I'm going to mix the questions up. So these are going to be new questions for whoever shows up next. So let me set this up for the next person. But yeah, I was quite surprised at how well that actually worked. I've never done this before in my life. So let's see if we can invite one more person to join. And then we can answer some more questions afterwards. Okay, here we go. Inviting one more person. Whew. I'm tense. This is absolutely insane. Hey, dude. Ariel. How you doing? So, Ariel, you just got to mute me. You mute the stream so you can hear me and it doesn't give me feedback. Okay, so there you are. How you doing, dude? You all right? Thank you for joining. Are you ready for this?
Yes.
Okay. So these are new questions, by the way. How do you feel about your VR knowledge? Are you sort of like, do you feel like you know your stuff?
Not really.
Not really?
I'm gonna go get an Oculus Quest 2 tomorrow.
You're going to get one tomorrow anyway. So even if you don't win the quiz, you're going to get one tomorrow anyway, but you just get a bonus one. So I suppose that'll be one thing. Okay, so you ready for question 1?
Yes.
Okay, question 1 is, maybe I should, maybe I should go for the same questions again. Let's see, let's go for the same questions again. So if you were paying attention, you'll be onto a bit of a winner here. Okay, what are the 2 storage sizes for the Oculus Quest 2?
64 and 256.
Awesome job. Awesome job. What is the name of the original founder of Oculus?
I don't know.
Oh, dude, come on. You're killing me. You're killing me. Do you want to have a little guess? No guesses?
No, my father knows, but...
Oh, dude, you need to get him on stream. You need to get him on stream.
Can I?
Well, no, you can't cheat. You can't cheat. You're going to get one anyway tomorrow. You don't need to anyway. Okay. Well, thank you very much for joining the stream, Ariel. I really appreciate it, dude. Thank you very much, man.
You're welcome.
Cheers, man. Take care.
Goodbye.
Okay. So, 2 so far. 2 failures. Oh my god. We need to get someone in. Come on. We can do this. Someone can win a Quest 2 today, please. So, I should probably also state that you're going to need to be over 13 as well. So, let's make sure you're over a 13 because that's going to be causing problems with the stream. So, make sure you're over 13, you've got a webcam, and you've got your voice. So, I'll let people that are under 13 leave, and I can take maybe a couple more questions from the chat about the Quest 2, and then we'll come back to the quiz very shortly. But I'm surprised it even worked so far, so that is at least a win for me. Okay. So, some more questions, let's see, from the chat. And what I'm going to do is, in terms of the quiz, I'm going to mix up the questions a little bit. So, if you've been paying attention, you might get a little bit of a heads up. But, yeah, we'll see. Okay, so, battery life. Battery life of the Quest 2 is around 2 hours in terms of the headset itself. If you get the Elite battery strap, which I talked about earlier, which is very, very difficult to get hold of right now, it should add an additional 2 hours to the battery life of the headset. So about 4 hours, which is going to be great, particularly if you're using virtual desktop to stream games wirelessly from your PC, or you just want to play standalone games untethered. So that's going to be really cool. But you can use any battery pack. But one of the things I think is amazing about the Quest 2 is that the controller batteries, like I said earlier, they're pretty incredible, and they tend to last like forever. I've had them in the Quest 2 for like a month, and it's like 70% or something ridiculous like that. So they really last forever. So whatever wizardry they did with the batteries in the controllers, yeah, they did an amazing job there. So yeah, just to reiterate to people that are in the Zoom list, the 99 people that are in there, make sure you've got video, make sure you've got audio, and make sure you are 13 or over so you can join, because otherwise it's going to cause a few issues. So let me see if there's one more person that can join in the chat, and we can go from there. Okay. Here we go. Inviting another person. Let's see what happens this time. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Hello. Hello, Amanda, are you there? Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Hey, here we go. Amanda's in the house. Hey, how you doing? You all right? It's great to see you. Thank you for joining the stream. First girl on the stream.
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. How do you feel about your VR knowledge? Do you feel pretty confident about this, or?
I'm kind of new to it, but, I'm excited, so.
Okay. Well, we're going to go with the same questions again. So if you've been paying attention, at least you've got a little bit of a heads up. So you ready for this? Have you pre-ordered a Quest 2, or is this just going to be, you're just going to take your chances with winning one?
Yeah, I'll be getting one, I think, on Thursday, but I'm hoping to get one from my younger brother, so.
Oh, nice. Winning one for your younger brother. You'll be like the best oldest sister in the world.
Yeah.
Imagine that. Okay, let's go for it then. Here we go. Question 1. What are the two storage sizes for the Oculus Quest 2?
It's the 64 and the 256 gigabytes.
Okay, congratulations. Let's go for question 2. What is the name of the original founder of Oculus?
Is it Palmer Luckey?
Hell yeah. Hell yes. Okay. Okay, come on, Amanda. Woo! Come on, Amanda. You can do this. You can do this. You can do this. Your brother is going to go insane if you win this headset for him. You have like the best time playing games together. Okay, here we go. I'm nervous. Jesus. Okay. Question 3. Here we go. Do you know what the original code name was for the original Oculus Quest? The original code name.
Original code name.
Yeah.
Ah.
Okay, I'm even going to give you a clue, okay, to make it easy for you.
Okay.
It's a place in California. And the first word is the name is 2 words. The first word is the same as the person that comes at Christmas. I can't give you any more clues than that.
Oh God.
So it's in California. The first word of the 2-word name of a place in California is the same as the person that comes at Christmas. Oh man.
Yeah, I'm thinking like Saint Nick or like Christmas
Okay.
and Santa, and I don't know. I don't think I know it.
Okay. Well, thank you for joining, Amanda, anyway. Thank you for joining.
Yeah,
Enjoy
thank
your
you.
Quest 2 when it comes this week. And thank you for joining the stream. It's been awesome. You were so close. Thank you very
So
much.
close.
Take care, Amanda. See you later.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, man. Come on, guys. You gotta, like, get this. You gotta brush up on your VR knowledge. We gotta get this in the bag. I've gotta at least give one away today. You can do this. You can do this. Come on. Okay, so. Whew, let's take another question from the chat, and then we'll do one more. But this time, I'm gonna mix the questions up, because this is gonna get too easy for the person who joins me next time otherwise. But this is this is fun though. I've never done anything like this before in my life. Okay, so let's see from the questions. Okay, question again about the storage capacity. Which one should I get? Again, I think 64 gigabytes is plenty. I don't think the 256 gigabyte one is necessary, to be honest. It's so crazy, like. You know, these people joining, and I know these questions can be quite tricky, especially if you're new to VR. So, but I wanted to make it challenging, and I wanted to meet a couple of you people as well. I think it's nice to have some of you on stream. Like, I've never seen anything done like this before. Never done anything like this myself. So, I think hopefully you guys are enjoying this too, in the chat. So let's see. Have I got any more questions? Okay, do you need a VR-ready PC to stream VR games on a virtual desktop? Yes. So you do need a VR-capable PC if you're going to use Oculus Link or virtual desktop to play PC VR games wirelessly or using the Oculus Link. Yeah, you'd need a VR-ready PC, put it that way. Okay. Is the Oculus Quest 2 the best VR headset? I would say for the price, the Oculus Quest 2 is an amazing VR headset. You know, it's very capable. It's a great standalone VR headset, but also great connected to a PC as well. So I would say it's a great headset in that sense. But of course, you know, in terms of like the best VR headset, I would say on the market right now, I'd say is the Valve Index. But you're talking like $1,000 for the Valve Index bundle. So there's such a huge gap in between. And I wouldn't say that the Valve Index is like, you know, 3 times better than the Quest 2. So, you know, it's a great headset for the price, put it that way. You can't really get better in terms of the price right now. Okay. Let's see. Toss Boy pre-ordered the Quest 2 and I'm excited. Dude, I'm excited for you, man. I'm excited for all these people getting their Quest 2s tomorrow, and I can't wait for Population to release on the 22nd so we can all jump in online together and have some fun. By the way, if you're looking for players to play these online games with, go and join my Discord. The link is in the description down below, and I'm going to be doing sort of like Discord meetups where we can play Population 1 together, or maybe jump into like Facebook Horizon together and explore some stuff. I want to be doing more stuff with a community like this, but I'll be doing it with my Discord, so make sure you join my Discord. The link is in the description. Can you mirror what you're playing onto a TV so other people can see what you're doing? Great question. Absolutely, you can. You can use a Chromecast. So if you've got a TV that has got Chromecast built into it, or you've bought a Chromecast, then you can stream the video and audio, I think, actually now, wirelessly from your Quest 2 straight to the TV, and people can see what you're doing, which is really cool. There is a bit of latency there, so just bear that in mind, but overall, if you just want people to see what you're up to, then that's a great way of doing it. You can also do it directly to the mobile app, so, you know, the mobile device that you use to set up your Quest 2, you can stream wirelessly to that as well, whether it be an Android or an iPhone, so that's another great way of showing other people what you can see in the headset. Okay, let's see. Is Population 1 free? Sadly not, no. Population 1 is going to be $29.99 in US dollars, which is going to equate to around like 22 British pounds. The game is also going to feature microtransactions, but it's all going to be cosmetics only, so if you're interested in that, you can buy microtransactions. But no, so the game isn't free, so just bear that in mind. But, you know, I did a little play session last week. We got early access to the game. Excuse me, and we could finally show it on stream, and I thought it was a lot of fun. Does need a little bit of improvement in terms of some of the VR mechanics, but overall, fun game, and a lot of people are going to have fun with it. Okay, so let's take another Zoom call. So just bear in mind again in the chat, you need to have video, you need to have audio, you need to be 13 or over, and you need to know your VR stuff, because if you don't, you're going to join and you're not going to win a Quest 2, basically. Okay, so let's see. Let's grab another one from the chat. Let's see. Here we go. Inviting someone now, so fingers crossed. This is going to be a new set of questions this time, so it's not going to be as easy this time around. So let's see what we got. Hello, someone in the chat. So as soon as you get in the chat, just mute the stream, and then we're good, and we can talk to each other. Okay. Okay, Mark's joining. Hello, Mark. How you doing, dude? You all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Awesome.
I dropped my headset. I got
awesome.
AirPod in.
Awesome. Okay, so how excited are you for the Quest 2? Have you pre-ordered one? Are you interested in VR? Have you had a VR headset already? Like, what's the deal?
So yeah, I've tried in VR earlier this year. My wife took me to some VR place. Mm-hmm. And I've been super interested in getting the Quest, and glad I waited to have the new Quest come out. So I'm pre-ordered it, ready for tomorrow, and would be excited to get another one for my wife.
Hell yeah, you can play like multiplayer, dude. Like the both of you can have a great time. Beat Saber multiplayer comes out tomorrow. You can be playing Beat Saber together. Like that is the dream right there. Okay, so how confident are you about your VR knowledge?
We'll see. I didn't know those last two.
Okay. Well, these ones are different questions. These ones are different questions. I'm mixing it up a little bit. Okay, so here we go. First question. What is the name of the yearly event hosted by Oculus called? They recently changed the name, but I'll accept both answers.
Facebook Connect, I believe, is what they've used.
Yep, congratulations. Now. So that is first question in the bag. So yeah, they recently changed it to Facebook Connect. Used to be previously called Oculus Connect, but it's going to be Facebook Connect here on out. But I was happy to accept either answer. So you've got that one in the bag. 1 down, 2 to go. Okay, here we go. Next question. What is the name of the chief technical officer from Oculus? And to give you a little clue, he also created the iconic and legendary game Doom.
Creator of Doom.
Creator of Doom. There's only 2 people that created Doom. He was one of them, and now he's like the CTO of Oculus, although he works part-time now.
John Carmack?
Hell yeah! Yes!
Yes.
Come on, dude. You've got one more. You can do this, dude. Please, I want to give one away.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. Last question. I'm getting hyped for this. I'm getting hyped for you, dude. Okay. Final question. What is the name of the popular tool used to sideload content on Oculus Quest?
SideQuest.
Hell yeah, dude. Congratulations. You have nailed yourself a brand new Oculus Quest 2, 64GB edition, and I'll make sure I send it over in the post to you. Awesome,
Thank you.
awesome work, dude. Awesome work. So all you need to do is, find my email. It's like listed on my bio on YouTube. Send me an email. Send me your details. I'll make sure I ship it out to you directly from Amazon, and hopefully you'll get it in the next couple of weeks. But I'm also going to be offering you the opportunity to answer a bonus question. So you've already got a Quest 2 in the bag. That is a given. But you can also, to level up, you can also win an elite strap. I'm going to throw in an elite strap if you can answer this bonus question. Okay?
Okay.
You ready for this?
Yeah.
Okay, bonus question. Here we go. What is the name of the little mouse in the VR game Moss?
Name of the mouse and Moss?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. I don't... not sure if I know that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, quite. Okay.
No.
Well, you've got a Quest 2 at least. You've got that in the bag.
Yeah.
You can buy an elite strap. You can buy an elite battery strap and chuck it on there. You and your wife can have an amazing time playing Beat Saber together. Dude, I am so chuffed that you finally came on and was able to answer the questions. And there were fresh questions as well. You nailed them straight out the box. So thank you very much for joining. And I really appreciate it, dude. Hell yeah. This is awesome.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you again for joining. Make sure you email me with your details, and I'll make sure you get your Quest 2 sent out to you as soon as possible. But enjoy the week with your first quest until your second quest arrives, and you and your wife can have an amazing time together.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, man. Take care, dude.
You too. Bye.
Hell yeah. It worked. We had a winner. That is so awesome. I've never done anything like this before in my life, but it's an amazing way to connect with you lot as my audience and also show my appreciation for all your support over the last few weeks. Yeah, hell yeah. You guys did an amazing job. So, yeah, that was a winner for the Quest 2. And I even chucked in a little bonus question there. What is the name of the little mouse from the VR game called Moss? And, of course, the little mouse is Quill, and he would have bagged himself an elite strap. But he's still got a Quest 2 and he can play Beat Saber with his wife nevertheless, which is an awesome price. Whew! Okay, so now let's take a couple more questions and I'm going to round up the stream and say goodbye to you all. So, let me know in the chat if you've got any more questions. By the way, a lot of people are saying he's cheating. There was no opportunity to cheat because there was a 20-30 second delay on the stream. So I made sure that was the case so people couldn't help him in the chat. So yeah, he nailed it on his own. So, well done, Mark. Well done, dude. Let's take a couple more questions and then I'll sort of say goodbye. Okay. Are there only certain games you can play without the controllers? So like hand tracking games only? Really good question. There is a game available for free on the Oculus Store called Elixir. It was one of my games that I recommended for newcomers as a nice game to introduce people to VR. So, you do Oculus first steps once you've set up the headset. Then you do like First Contact. And then Elixir was another game that I'd recommend for newcomers to try out because it really sort of shows off the hand tracking functionality of the Quest and Quest 2. And that's for free. So yeah, definitely go and check out that one that's available on the official Oculus Store. If you want to get a bit more creative, a bit more sort of, interesting, you can sideload plenty of hand tracking experiences. And the one that I would recommend you sideload is the Physics Hand Lab experience. So yeah, go and check that one out. And again, that is for free, but you have to sideload it. And again, if you're interested in sideloading content, I'm going to be making a video which will be dropping on Thursday or Friday this week, which will show you exactly how to sideload content onto your Quest or Quest 2. Okay, let's see. Any other questions? Is the Quest 2 a good first-time buyer? Headset without a PC? Absolutely 100%. Like if you're new to VR, the Quest 2 is an amazing headset as a starter headset. Like, you can't really get any better, to be honest, right now. And I said this earlier today in a tweet, I'm almost jealous of people that get to try the Quest 2 as their first VR experience, because being like an OG in the VR space, having tried, the headsets from the original DK1, it only had 3 degrees of freedom tracking, and you had to use an Xbox controller. There were no VR motion controllers back then, unless you wanted to sort of go a bit crazy with these kind of controllers called the Razer Hydras, which were rare and expensive. So yeah, if you're a newcomer and you're trying Quest 2 for the first time, you're going to have an amazing VR experience. Jedi controller. What happened? So the Jedi controller was just a code name for the newly designed Oculus Touch controllers. They are different from the original Touch controllers that shipped with Quest and Rift S, and maybe I can show you them now because they are different. Let me take my mic with me so I can still talk to you at the same time. Let's clear some of this stuff off the desk. Okay, so here is the original Quest controller on the right hand side, and the new one is on the left hand side. As you can see, they're quite different in design. This one's a little bit chunkier, the new one, and it's also got a nice resting place to put your thumb, which is capacitive. When you're playing games like Beat Saber, that's a really nice spot to rest your thumb so you don't accidentally push any of the buttons here. And it's just like the grip is a little bit thicker, and it just feels a lot sturdier and nicer in your hands. And if you ever played with the original Rift CV1, the controllers were like almost indestructible. They really took a whack or two. And you can see, I don't know if you can see this clearly here, but the tracking ring is ever so slightly thicker than the last gen. And it's also a slightly tighter ring. Is it a tighter ring? Let me see. Maybe not. Maybe it's the same size. Maybe it's just me going crazy. But they certainly feel a bit more sturdier. And like I said earlier, the battery life is significantly better in the new controllers. So yeah, I love them. Let's jump back over to the face cam. Hello. Okay. Let's take a couple more questions. Is there a manual pass-through mode? Yes, there is a manual pass-through mode if you want to see the real world around you. If people come and ask you a question or say your dinner's ready, you can do that, absolutely. Will your unknown sources carry over from Quest 1 to Quest 2? No, you'll have to sideload all your content all over again, and you'll lose any progress that you've made in most of your games, so just bear that in mind. Please do another giveaway. I will do another giveaway in the future sometime. Maybe I'll do another live stream like this. Maybe we'll play a game on a live stream, and yeah, we can do another little giveaway like this. Was the Quest 2 actually codenamed Del Mar or Point Reyes? I think the codename was actually Del Mar. It was Del Mar. Yeah, that's like the kind of internal codenames, and they tend to be like the codenames tend to be places in California, and they tend to be coastal, generally speaking, like Santa Cruz, Crescent Bay, Monterey Bay, Crystal Cove, places like that. You know, they've been previous Oculus codenames. Just reading through some of these questions there that maybe I haven't answered already. Have you played Half-Life Alyx via Link or Virtual Desktop, and was it good? Playing Half-Life Alyx using Virtual Desktop at 90 Hz with a bump in resolution, completely wirelessly streamed from your PC, is an amazing experience. I'd highly, highly recommend it. It's totally awesome. And, you know, although I was just doing it, testing it for a video, I got completely lost and sucked into the world all over again and just kept on playing for like a couple of hours. So yeah, Half-Life Alyx, wirelessly streamed to the Quest using Virtual Desktop, is an incredible experience. Okay. Do the giveaway in VR. That's a really good suggestion. Maybe when Horizon eventually launches, maybe I can host a session in Horizon and maybe create a room that I could do a giveaway in and it somehow be fair. Let me think about that one. I'm always up for creative ways of engaging with you guys, so let me think about that. What is the field of view of the Quest 2? So, again, this is going to be subject to how thick the padding is and also your IPD setting. So the field of view on paper is pretty much identical to Quest 1, but because the lenses of Quest 2 are actually closer to your eyes due to the way the headset is built, it does increase it ever so slightly. And if you've got a smaller IPD or medium IPD, then you're going to see a slightly wider field of view. If you've got a higher IPD, like 68 to 72 millimeters, then you're going to lose a bit of field of view. So just bear that in mind. But it's going to be different for everyone due to like the shape of their face and, you know, eyes and everything else. So just bear that in mind. Let's see. What do you think about microtransactions in VR games? It's a really good question. I think, you know, we were surprised about Population 1 having microtransactions. No one was actually told. No one that had access to the game prior to that information going out on Reddit was actually told that that was the case. So I think that's a little bit cheeky. I think Big Box VR could have been a bit more transparent about that. But the fact that it's just cosmetics only, you know, I don't necessarily have too much of a problem with it. It's not pay to win, at least. But as they're charging already $30 for the game, you know, normally games with microtransactions are free, but, you know, it's their prerogative to do what they want to do with their game. But, you know, it is what it is. Let's see. Take a couple more questions and then we'll wrap it up and say goodbye. What is my favorite VR game? It's a really good question. I've got a couple of favorites. You know, one of my all-time favorites is actually Superhot, and they're going to be updating the game soon to take advantage of 90 Hz on the Quest 2, and, you know, I think some higher res textures as well, which is going to be super nice. So I'm looking forward to playing it again with the, you know, the upgrades. The reason why it's one of my favorite games of all time, though, is because it's probably the first game I played with motion controllers with the Oculus Rift CV1. So when the original Rift CV1 shipped, it shipped with an Xbox controller. It didn't ship with motion controllers. And then the Oculus Touch controllers were separate. You had to buy them separately, and they shipped like a year later after the original CV1 released, which was nuts when you think about it now. But Superhot was like the first game I played with the motion controllers, and I remember having my mind like completely blown. And that's why that game has got such a special place in my heart, that I love it so much. And the funny thing is, like, I remember being at Oculus Connect. Can't remember if it was last year, but I actually met the Superhot devs. And it's like the one time in my life that I became like a super fanboy. And I approached them and I was like, hey dudes, like, I really love your game. Like, when are you going to make another one? When are you going to make Superhot 2? Or when are you going to make Super Cold? Like, tell me, please, put me out my misery. And they were just like, who is this guy? Like, why is he bothering us? So yeah, I didn't get any scoops, unfortunately, but hopefully they make a sequel soon, or they, you know, they add some more content to the game, because it's one of my favorites. I pre-ordered a Quest 2 from the actual store. Will it show up on the 13th, or do I have to keep waiting? It's a really good question. I actually pre-ordered an additional headset myself as a spare, and I ordered it from the Oculus store as well. I got my shipping notification today or yesterday, I believe. I don't think it's coming tomorrow. I think it's coming on Wednesday. So, you know, if it doesn't arrive tomorrow, it should definitely be arriving this week. But if you haven't pre-ordered, you might want to take your chances with Best Buy or your local Curry's PC World here in the UK, because I've seen a lot of people have posting pictures of stock arriving at those places, and apparently they've got a number of headsets. So unless they're going to be for pre-order only, it might be worth taking your chances if you haven't pre-ordered already, to just walk into a shop and you know, pick one up. Okay, let's see. Any other questions? Is recording videos hard, from Benny Boy? Yes, I would say it's a bit of a pain with the Quest 2. Certainly easier to record PC VR content. With Quest 2, you have to record, you know, certainly the way I do it, you record the gameplay to the headset itself, then you record your audio and your body cam separately, and then you have to kind of like sync them up in an editing program in post, which makes things a little bit more complicated. Although the recording situation with Quest 2 is better than Quest 1, because with Quest 1, you would get this kind of like audio desync, which you would manually have to sync up with the gameplay audio, which was an absolute nightmare. So thankfully, it's a better situation with Quest 2. So hopefully, there'll be more Quest 2 YouTube channels popping up, or at least more content creators on YouTube. You know, gaming channels will hopefully use the Quest 2 more in some gameplay videos. This is a really good question from Raymond Neves. How can a newbie to VR do VR but prevent becoming nauseous? And this is a really important question, especially for those of you out there that are maybe getting the Quest 2 as their first VR headset tomorrow, and you're just going to go nuts. So I would just say, you know, if you're going to get your headset tomorrow, take it easy. You know, there are games on the store that have got comfort ratings, like comfort, intermediate, and intense. It's like green, orange, and red. It's like a traffic light system, super easy to follow. And I would say just stick to the easy and comfortable games to begin with, to kind of get accustomed to VR, because it's like it's such a hit on the senses. It can be quite overwhelming at first for newcomers, and it can be a bit nauseating, particularly games that have smooth locomotion. So avoid those games as a starter. Stick to games like Beat Saber, Super Hot, games like that, and ease yourself in. If you feel yourself getting very hot, which is a good sign of getting starting to get motion sick, you start to get very hot on your head, you start to sweat a bit, take a little break, grab some water, sit down, hydrate, have a little fan going, take a break until you feel absolutely fine, and then give it another go again. The worst thing you could possibly do, and take this from my experience, is push through. If you start to feel nauseous while you're playing VR, and again, this only tends to happen in games with artificial locomotion. You should use games that have teleport options as a beginner. But if you start to use smooth locomotion, sometimes it can throw you off a little bit. But the worst thing you can do is push through. Don't do that, because it will completely mess you up. And I remember, it's not as bad now, but I remember back in the day, I think it was with the DK1, playing Half-Life 2, full smooth locomotion with a keyboard and mouse, and I could feel myself getting motion sick, but I just pushed through, and then that was it. I was wiped out for 4 hours, and I couldn't do anything. I just had to lie down. It's almost like having the worst hangover in the world. So just bear that in mind, and don't push through. Take regular breaks. Take it easy. That's my advice. Is Facebook Horizon any good? I don't know. I haven't had the opportunity to try it. You see, access to Facebook Horizon was only given to people that are in the US and people that signed up to be a beta tester. Obviously here, I'm in the UK here, so sadly, I haven't had access to the Horizon beta yet. But hopefully, I thought they were going to launch Horizon on the 13th. I thought they were going to launch Horizon during Oculus Connect or Facebook Connect on the 16th of September, but that didn't happen. And then I thought, maybe they'll launch it on the 13th, which is obviously tomorrow, but that's not the case either. So it's going to be sometime, but we don't know when, unfortunately. Does the headset charge whilst gaming using Oculus Link? Yes. It is a trickle charge, though, so just bear that in mind. You're going to want your headset fully charged when you connect it to the link cable, and then it will slowly sort of keep topping it up, but the battery will still deplete, albeit very slowly. It won't completely keep it 100% charged. So you're probably good for 5-6 hours, probably, potentially even more. I haven't tested it to its limits, but when I played Star Wars Squadrons using the link cable in a multiplayer session a few days ago, it was fine for a good few hours. So yeah, it will keep the headset charged using link, but just the battery will deplete slowly. Bear that in mind. How does the Quest 2 tracking behave in low light conditions, dim rooms? Same deal with Quest 1. If it's too dark, it's going to struggle and you're going to not have very good tracking capability. Although if you really wanted to play in the pitch black, which you can do using infrared illuminators. So if you're familiar with CCTV, if you ever messed around or installed your own CCTV system at your house, an infrared illuminator is invisible to the naked eye, pretty much, but obviously is sensitive to infrared sensors or cameras, and the Quest does have those cameras that will pick up that. So if you have an infrared illuminator in your room, which you can pick up on Amazon for $20-30, you could essentially play in the pitch black using an infrared illuminator. So that's a little tip for you if you want to do that. Let's see. Do you need a Facebook account to play the Oculus Quest 2? Yeah, 100%. You definitely need a Facebook account. It's part of the setup procedure. You can't use the headset without it. So there we go. You need a Facebook account. Even if you want to connect it just to a PC to play PC VR games, you need a Facebook account. There's no way around it. If you try and set up a fake account and you get blocked from your content, it's going to be very, very sad. It's going to be a bad day for you. So I wouldn't recommend that either. A few more questions, and then we're going to round it up in maybe 8 minutes time. But I just want to say again, thank you for everyone joining me live. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you very much. I don't do live streams very often, but when I do, you guys always come out and show your support. So I want to say thank you again for joining me. It's always excellent to interact with you all live. I love it. and especially doing this quiz. Like, that was so much fun. For me, that was just so much fun. Like, actually seeing you viewers on camera and then getting to test your knowledge with a little quiz and then giving away a quest to say thank you to the community is just an awesome thing to do. So if there's a way I can do that again in the future, then I'll definitely find a way of doing it. And I'll let you all know when I'm doing that on social media or in my Discord. So make sure you follow me on my social media and join my Discord, which is linked in the description down below. So I'm looking for questions that I haven't answered already. Oh, this is a good one. NXP. How about haptic suits in the Quest 2? Excellent question. So there are some haptic suits that you can use. I've reviewed 3 haptic suits on the channel before, so if you're interested, go and check that video out. I compared the B-Haptics haptic suit with a sub pack and the Woodja vest. All 3 do work with Quest, which is great. The Woodja and the sub pack, you need to connect a 3.5mm audio jack from the Quest into the vest and then out of the vest into your headphones, but that works, which is great. With the B-Haptics vest, you can connect it to the headset via Bluetooth using games that have got native support baked into it. So there's a couple of games like Thrill of the Fight and Sorrento, which natively support the B-Haptics vest, which is a really cool experience. You can kind of feel punches in Thrill of the Fight from your opponent depending on where they hit you on your body or even your back, or if you have the face cushion that vibrates as well, you can even feel a face punch, which is pretty crazy. Or in Sorrento, you can feel like the knife slashes or the bullet shots from your enemies, and that's also a really cool experience. But I do think that, I believe Onward is getting B-Haptic support soon. I believe so. I do recall hearing that, so hopefully that's the case, along with the Pro Tube. So hopefully those combined with that game will make a really awesome VR experience. For IPD, I have IPD of 63.5mm. What setting for Quest would work best from AWOL Nation? So there is a setting inside it. It's 58mm is setting 1, setting 2 is 63mm, and setting 3 is 68mm, if my memory is as good as I believe it is. So yeah, you'll be perfectly happy with setting 2, as it's bang on 63mm, which is just 0.5mm off your own IPD, so that'll be a perfect setting for you, mate. Can you use a USB-C instead of an Oculus Link cable? Yeah, there's a lot of third-party cables that will work as an Oculus Link cable, like the Anchor cable, which is USB-A to USB-C. That works as an Oculus Link cable, although it's only 3 meters, so you might want to extend it. In my previous video where I compared Virtual Desktop to Oculus Link, I put some links to some cables that I would recommend. One of them is the Anchor cable, and then there's a Cable Creations extension cable, so you can make an 8-meter Virtual Link cable, essentially, for like $30, I think it is. So if you're interested, go and check that video out, and the links are in the description of that video. What is the main reason why I'd switch to a Quest 2 if I just bought a Quest 1 last month? It's really going to be down to your budget. If you can get rid of your Quest, maybe sell it to a family member or a friend and get some money back, and then use that money to reinvest into a Quest 2. The main benefits being the higher resolution panel. The display is super nice. It also runs at 90 Hz. And games are, as we've known, as we've seen, are being optimized for Quest 2, so they're going to be running at 90 Hz, have higher resolution textures and stuff, which are going to look nicer in the headset. But overall, you know, the Quest 1 is still going to be a great headset for a long time to come, as they're going to share the same pool of content. So, like, The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners is going to be releasing on Quest 1 and Quest 2 tomorrow. Same with Population 1, they're going to be launching for both headsets. So the Quest 1 and Quest 2 will share the same pool of content for some time. I think it's going to be a while until we see some exclusive Quest 2 games or features, and I think that's probably likely going to be Infinite Office, but you know, that's not coming until the future, so hope that answers the question. Just bear that in mind. Yeah, I say that a lot. I think that's a British thing. Is that like a British saying? Just bear that in mind? I don't know. A British ism. I say a lot of British isms. People always pick up on my like British isms in my videos, and like when I say stuff, I have to sort of like adjust it to like US, because predominantly a lot of my audience are in the US. So people used to get really hung up on the way I used to say so here in Essex, you'd say HTC, like HTC, But obviously, you know, the correct pronunciation is HTC. So people used to always take the mick out of me for that. So yeah, if I say some British things, just bear that in mind. VR chat on the Quest 2. Yes, it works. It works, although it still has the same limitations as the Quest 1. Yeah, so some rooms aren't available in VR chat. Yeah. Same with Rec Room. You know, like paintball, for example. I don't think that's available on Quest, although it might be available on Quest 2. But yeah, maybe VR chat can push an update to take advantage of Quest 2, but they haven't mentioned anything yet. We're seeing a lot of repetition of questions, so I'm trying to find the unique ones. Will the headset be cheaper on Black Friday? Highly unlikely. Black Friday is coming very soon, and the headset has just launched, so I think it's highly unlikely it's going to get a discount anytime soon. Bear in mind, I just said it again. Bear in mind that you know, Oculus probably aren't making any money on the hardware of this headset. You know, the fact that they've made it cheaper and better than the original Quest is pretty mind-blowing, to be honest. So it's very unlikely we're going to see a discount anytime soon. So one more question, and then I'm going to round up the stream. This is a good question. Do I need to use my real name for my Facebook account? So your Facebook account has to use your real name. That's a given. When you set that up, it has to be legit. When you tie it to your Oculus account, you can use a username. It doesn't have to be your real name displayed when you're in VR games or experience that display the name of the person that's in the headset. So you can use a username. So, you know, people that are worried about displaying their real name, which I totally understand, by the way, that's not a problem. So hope that answers the question. Beat Saber mods is another good question. I think Beat Saber mods is going to be a loophole that's going to be completely shut down in the next coming months. I've done guides covering Beat Saber mods, then they close the loophole down, then I have to do another guide, then they do another, you know, there's another loophole discovered, then I do a video about that. So I am done with doing videos about Beat Saber mods. If you're interested about Beat Saber mods, go and join the Beat Saber mod Discord. There is one. They'll tell you exactly what you need to do there, and they update the information regularly. But I would say that when the sideloading process changes, which is going to be early 2021, and Oculus are going to have more control over the sideloading process, then I would imagine Beat Saber mods are going to be a thing of the past on Quest. So I hope that answers the question. When's the next giveaway? I will do another giveaway at some point in the future. I don't know when, but it's been really fun doing this one, particularly live with people joining me live on Zoom. Never done anything like that before, so that was a lot of fun. Maybe I'll come up with another unique way of doing it in the future. Like I said, maybe I'll do one in VR somehow, so stay tuned for that. This is another good question. Oculus Quest 2 Fit Pack versus VR cover. Same function. Okay, so the Oculus Quest 2 Fit Pack is the same padding that they provide, I believe, on the original foam, but they provide two different sizes, a thin one and a thick one. And the interesting thing I think they include in that kit is eye blockers, which are little, like, attachments that fit over the lenses, and they kind of block out the light from underneath your eyes without having like a nose flap or something. I think they're interesting. I haven't tried them yet. I think they're sending some over, but I'll let you know when they come. But I think that is interesting. But VR cover is different altogether. They use like kind of pleather material, which you can wipe down clean, very hygienic. Let me show you the one I've got here. So it's a completely replacement facial interface with like kind of Velcro. You can take these covers on and off. So if you need to clean them or swap them out for the thicker one, they come with two pads, a thin one and a thick one. And you can also just wipe these down really easy, which is great, you know, particularly now with like everything that's going on in the world. If you want to show your headset to your friend or your family, you know, you can easily just give this a wipe afterwards. It's going to be hygienic and clean again, so you don't have to worry about coming into contact with people as such. So that's why I'd recommend VR cover. They are different from the Fit Pack that are provided by Oculus themselves, which I do believe is just material padding again. So there you go. I think I'm going to wrap up the stream now. So I just wanted to say thank you again for everyone joining me live. I really, really appreciate all the love and support. You guys are amazing. I've got videos coming this week, hopefully covering the Beat Saber multiplayer update. which fingers crossed will arrive tomorrow. And then I'll be doing a sideloading guide. So if you're interested in sideloading content on the Oculus Quest 2, there'll be a video covering that on either Thursday or Friday this week. So make sure you stay tuned and subscribe to the channel for all my future VR content. Thank you again for everyone joining me live. And I'm just going to say thank you again for being absolutely epic people. Enjoy your Quest 2s when they arrive tomorrow or this week whenever they arrived. I appreciate all the love and support. And as always, I'll see you all on the next one. Cheers.